Hey, so did you realize that Mike Smith was gonna his face was gonna hit your face mask?
I did not like. Okay, so that's what he told me. Once we got back to practice, he was like, "I was going for a chest bump." I said, sorry, coach. You know, I'm in the heat of the moment. I saw everybody as one, so I'm going in for the head." But yeah, we actually talked about that.
How much does having those plays on Monday night, does that really build your confidence?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. Coming into Monday night, I was very nervous and all that stuff. Even though I don't play it on big stages, that's what I told. Like that's what I talked to my coach from back home. Like I played on big stages, of course, being at Georgia and all that stuff. So it wasn't like the moment was too big or anything. It was just like, all right, now like this is like Monday night. Like you grew up watching Monday night. Like everybody, don't matter what, everybody watch Monday night. So let me make the best of my opportunities and just continue.
We were talking to Jerry Gray yesterday, and he's on your last PBU. He said, when the ball is in the air for so long, but you're already at the spot, it's a tendency to panic and maybe get a penalty. What's your mindset when you see the ball in the air, you're already at the spot, and there's still a while to go before the ball gets there? How do you stay composed?
You know what? I try to block out everything. Like that's the biggest thing. Like I try not to hear anything. I just try to tune into the ball and just try not to think. Because once I started thinking, I started overthinking, and I started doing too much. So I just try to look at the ball, just don't think about anything else, and just let it happen.
Eric, what was sort of your mindset on the 4th-and-1 play? You're not really sure what they're going to do, if they're, if that might be a run option for them. They end up throwing that pass out to you. What was sort of going through your mind there, and how big was that to get that stop at that juncture of the game?
Oh man, it was a huge stop to where like that pretty much like it switched over to where like it gave the offense a drive and they went out there and scored. I believe they went out there and scored on that same drive. So it really like just changed the game and all that stuff. But like just going into there, I just didn't want to let my teammates down. Like, bro, it doesn't matter like what it is, a run. I know for a fact like the D line, the front seven, all that stuff. They was gonna do that part and make sure they weren't gonna get it on on 4th-and-1. And I had to make sure on my part like I couldn't let them catch it on 4th-and-1 because I just didn't want to let my brothers down.
So I think you played 8 snaps the first week and mid-40s this week. Did it feel like a big jump or just kind of a progression?
I mean, it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't a big jump. I'm just trying to make the most of my opportunity. Just continue to go out there and be the best person that I can be.
Eric, does anybody, before a game like that, did anyone say anything to you, in terms of, obviously you played in big stages before, but, seeing a lot more reps, was there anything either Jerry or Jair, anybody said to you before you went out there?
Of course, Jai always asks me day in, day out about my mental, about how I'm feeling and all that stuff. And then especially like even Kevin, like he always pulled me aside. He always just talked to me. He always calmed me down and all that stuff. And just like Kev is just like a big bro to me. Like bro, me and him be out there talking. We always communicating. We always doing this stuff, and we always going back and forth. So like he always helped me out. And then after that, I know for a fact that I'm gonna try to do the same thing once I learn anything that I see him doing anything. So like we just got that connection to where, hey man, like if you see anything wrong, just let me know and all that stuff. So like we both can become better.
Now that you've gone through training camp, you've gotten a few games under your belt, what's kind of the overall adjustment been like going from college to playing in the NFL? How's everything been for you?
It's been an adjustment, I'm not gonna lie, because especially last year not having fans. So like actually hearing the crowd again and you getting that feel again with the crowd, like that's some feeling that you miss. And then just especially like being like coming from college, I became like I was a big fish in the pond. And then now back in the NFL, I'm the little fish. So like I'm the one that's like don't know really what's going on. I'm the one that like in the meetings they always calling on me, they always doing stuff on me because now I'm the little fish. So it's just getting a little adjustment like that right now.
What have you seen on film with Samuel so far and what the 49ers have kind of been doing with him, for him to have the kind of start that he's had these first 2 games?
Oh, man, he's a great wide receiver. He's a great person to where, like, for a fact that once he get the balls in his hands, like, hey, you got to treat him like a running back because he, like, no arm tackles, no none of that stuff. He's not going down with just one person, really. Like, you got to make sure that you have a plan with tackling him. So, like, you got to make sure, like, you can't be afraid to come up and hit him. You can't do none of that stuff because he's looking for contact. He's a very aggressive wide receiver, and you just got to have your mind ready for him. And San Fran gave him perfect opportunity to just continue to give him the ball and just continue to show how special he is.
Did you and Amari put anything on that Georgia-Clemson game a couple weeks ago?
We did indeed. Shout out to Amari. I just want to say that. So all the bats you see me wearing now, he bought me my Louis bag. He bought me my Louis travel bag. He bought me my Louis book bag. He bought me my Louis little pouch. And yeah, so I want to say appreciate it to Amari.
Just going back to the game the other night, I think it was the first touchdown. You and Kevin were on the same side, and they ran, I think, a corner from the slot. What happened there? Was there more confusion?
Yeah, 100%. It was just miscommunication. It was just something that we know for a fact that we got to fix on. We continue to work on all that stuff, but it was just a miscommunication on my end, and I take full blame for it. So it doesn't matter what's going on. We just got to make sure that we on the same page and go to the sideline and make the adjustments. So pretty much it won't happen again.
Are you still on any snap duty, or is that only a training camp thing?
Oh no, we still on snap duty now, but I done I'm not saying I done tossed it to somebody else, but I done pushed it for thump, and then I'm like, hey, I'm not on snap duty really. I'm gonna make sure I'm above it, but I'm not doing it. So I'm at that standpoint right now because I'm like, hey, I keep getting these snaps, I don't know about this dinner. So it's either or, but I'll make sure somebody else get the snaps, but hey, it is what it is.